what will be the best performing crypto asset over 2025? This is probably the most common question that I hear from people who want to know what to buy in order to prepare for the next bull run. Now, I do have a clear opinion on this question on what I think will be one of the best performing assets in crypto over the next year. And it's something that I am buying right now in order to prepare for the upcoming bull run. And here's a clue. It's actually in the top 50 to 100 crypto assets. And no, it's not Bitcoin, it's not Ethereum, and it's not Solana. And today we'll look at why I think this crypto has a great chance to have a really high multiple compared to its current market cap. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart and dive right in. Now, if you take a look at the cryptocurrency prices by market cap, you're going to notice that there are a lot of crypto assets that are up over $1 billion. And if you go all the way down in the top 100, it takes all the way up to around 800 million market cap to fit in the top 100. Now, these are the type of crypto assets that I would say are safer bets. They're well established. A lot of these have been around for a while. They're not as high risk as a meme coin. They're not as high risk as some of these really new AIs where you don't know whether they're vaporware or if they're the real deal legit stuff. Just the other day, we had a new AI project that is actually just a fork of another AI project, right? So as far as that goes, these are the coins that I'm looking at currently when it comes to if you ask me, a crypto asset that is safer, that's established, it's been around for a while, and we know that it's got liquidity and volume and eyes. It's on a few centralized exchanges, so it's easily attainable for the average person to get to. A lot of these crypto assets today, they're on decentralized exchanges where you have to go from chain to chain, from wallet to wallet to even access, and it's really hard to do so. And when you get there, there's not even a lot of liquidity to buy the thing. You could put a few $100s in it and it can pump the price. But what I want to talk about today is an actual crypto asset that has a good opportunity to give multiple returns over the next year. And it is established, as I said before, and it's been around for a while, and it's in the top 100. And as I said, it's not Solana, it's not Bitcoin, it's not Ethereum, it's not Tron, it's not Cardano. But I'm going to keep going down here, and it's actually going to be at around 54 overall in the market cap, and that is going to be the coin Phantom, okay? And so a lot of you have heard of Phantom. It's sitting around 2 billion market cap right now, slightly under. And I want to go ahead and look at the chart and talk to you why I think it has a high opportunity to have a great return over the next year. And I'm even forecasting potentially for this to hit a 10x, potentially more, depending on the fundamentals and what happens as Phantom migrates to Sonic, which we'll talk about shortly in the coming few months. Now, I want to go ahead and look at Phantom. This is the chart for Phantom. This is the 1 week chart. It's a really high time frame. Phantom's highest price that it ever hit was $3.50 back in 2021, and it had a weekly close, the highest of around $3.30 back in 2022, and price is currently sitting around 70 cents, okay? And so for price to go and hit towards those highs, we would actually have to have a close of at least, $3.30, which is a 360% return, and the all-time high is around 386% away. So what I'm trying to say is that even to get to the all-time high, it has to hit a 400%, which I think it can actually do depending on the next few months as we talk about the fundamentals of Phantom. Now, I do like that because why I'm showing you this is that it's got a large gap to make up. A lot of coins have already made up, the coins that have been around since 2021 and in prior cycles, like Solana, for instance, has already made up a major amount of their previous all-time high. And right here with Solana, it's only around 60% away from its all-time close on the weekly chart, okay? So for Solana, if you bought it back at under $20 back in 2023 and you held it, you'd be up tremendously. You'd be up over 10x right now. And so this is why I think Solana does have huge upside. I think that it can hit, probably new all-time highs, which is over $250. In fact, I really believe it can hit that quite easily. And I have targets that are 5, 6, 700, 8, maybe even $800 for Solana potentially, if it can continue to capture retail volume with trading. But currently, it's at $156. If you look at CoinGecko, the current fully diluted value is around 90 billion. And so at all-time highs, it was over $100 billion in market cap. And so while I think that it can definitely go a lot higher for the fact that Ethereum is much higher and Solana has been getting a lot of volume and it's been getting a lot of attention, I just don't think that it has enough to do, say, a 10x over the next year or so. Now, this is for the next year. My predictions, if there's a bull market through 2025, year and a half, whatever you want to say. And so I do like Solana. I love Solana. But again, it's got around 60% until the next high. There are other things too that people have looked at and talked to me about. One thing is Avalanche. Problem with Avalanche is it's already at 13 billion, 12.5 billion fully diluted value. As far as the volume in the chain and everything, if you go to DeFi Llama, you're going to notice that the volume, 40 million on chain, is relatively low compared to a lot of these other such as Ethereum and Solana. Like Solana had volume of 1.16 billion, right? And so I just think in general, Avalanche, and I want to show you Avalanche, and I want to show you why I think based off Avalanche's numbers and Solana's numbers, why Phantom can go a lot higher. But I'll go ahead and get to the point. The big thing about Phantom, regardless of the gap that it needs to make up here, 400%, a big reason we believe, me and other people actually, believe that it's going to perform so well is because it's about to migrate to Sonic, to the chain Sonic, okay? So if you have not seen this yet, just understand that there's going to be a migration that happens with Sonic, with Phantom to Sonic, which is a layer 1 platform. As you can read right here, you can go to the Sonic docs. I can link those below. And it will tell you that it has 10,000 transactions per second, 1 second confirmation times. You can go ahead and look at the tokenomics of this, as the token is going to be used not only for governance, but it's going to be used for paying for transaction fees, staking to participate in securing the chain, of course, validators to secure the chain. And the cool thing about what I like about Phantom migrating to Sonic is that there's going to be actually a conversion of the token, but the neat thing, or the nice thing, is that it's going to be a 1-to-1 ratio. So you're not going to have to guess. You can look at Phantom right now and the numbers of Phantom and actually know that really the ratio is going to stay the same. Nothing's going to change outside of the upgrades to the chain and to the tech fundamentally. Okay, so as far as the tokenomics wise, we do know that a 1-to-1 upgrade from Phantom to Sonic is going to mean that when it upgrades, if the price is around what it is now, it's still going to be 2 billion, around 2 billion market cap. Okay, and that's going to be really helpful overall when it comes to that migration. And you can also look at CoinGecko, and a lot of the other centralized exchanges are going to be able to help you with that migration. With that said, people are asking why the change from Phantom to Sonic and the benefits. And of course, as I said earlier, it's going to have faster transactions per second, 10,000. There's going to be an L2 bridge that you can easily use. 90% of gas is going to be spent back onto apps, chain level incentives, airdrops. I mean, as far as that goes, I know that there is over $500 million for the Sonic, for the treasury. Okay. So, basically there's going to be a lot going on. This is not necessarily a super technical YouTube channel or video, and I never intend to be, because really why people watch this anyways is because they want just really simplified information on what I think about the market and what they should buy potentially. Not financial advice, by the way. It's just my pure opinion, what I'm buying. And based on that, just understand that Phantom's going to go through a lot of changes that should overall upgrade it fundamentally to compete with other types of layer 1s and layer 2 blockchains, and really increase that volume, liquidity, really have a lot of other projects build on it and utilize it in applications, which means that that is going to bring a lot of value to the Phantom / Sonic token. And so that's why I think we're going to see a lot more projects and crypto individuals go to Sonic as it migrates in the next few months. Phantom is currently around 54 as it migrates to Sonic, and it's at around almost 2 billion market cap. I think if it can hit all-time highs again, which I think it will, that will put it up over 12 billion in market cap. Now, naturally, a lot of these other coins, as this cycle goes through, will continue to go up as well, but that will certainly make it replace Avalanche at number 13, and I think that it could actually even hit in the top 10. But I think that it can actually hit well and above this, because Avalanche currently is at 11.4 billion market cap, and the volume even on that chain over there is only around $40 million per day. Okay, their total value locked is good. It's at a billion, but overall, not a lot of people are using Avalanche. I'll be honest with you. And yes, Avalanche has a lot of great things with the subnets, the gaming. It's got a lot of institutional things that it's working with right now. But overall, I'm not really too excited about Avalanche because, well, it's just, it doesn't feel like a new chain like Sonic. And I think a lot of eyes are going to go to that, specifically retail, when it comes to Phantom as it goes to Sonic. Now, as far as Solana goes, let me go ahead and show you this. Solana right now currently has around 5 billion total value locked on the chain, with volumes over 1 billion per day. If I go ahead and show you the volumes, tremendous volumes, okay? And so we're seeing volume over 1 billion up to 3 billion at its peak price. Well, not at its peak price, but its price back when it hit its highs again over $200 back in March. But just letting you know that this is the current volume when it comes to Solana. When it comes to Phantom, what you're going to notice is that it looks, this blue line is the total value locked, and it looks like a dead chain right now. There's only about 100 million locked on the chain, with volumes only around 16 million. So not a lot of people are there yet. And again, we're waiting for the Sonic migration. We're waiting for hype to catch, and we're waiting for a lot of things to happen over there. I mean, I foresee a lot of applications being built. I foresee a lot of meme coins do well over there. So there's a lot of things that I foresee happen. But just to let you know the history of Phantom, as far as the numbers go, yes, it hit over 500 million to 1 billion in volume back in 2021 and 2022. And so at its highest level at those volumes, it actually was around 12 billion market cap. I do believe if Phantom can recapture this type of volume, which is just slightly less than Solana right now, if it can hit those similar volumes of 500, 700 million to a billion, which would actually match Solana, I do believe that there is a tremendous upside to this gap for people utilizing this blockchain. And as I said before, you'll notice that it's only around 2 billion in FDV, or 2 billion in market cap, when Solana is $90 billion. And so basically, what is that, a 45x? Well, in the end, it's not going to 45x Phantom. If it hits a billion volume like Solana, I don't think it's going to get that high. But what I'm just trying to say is, if it can hit similar numbers to Solana as far as their volume goes, I don't know if it's going to necessarily hit that high of TVL of 5 billion, but I do think that it can hit multiples as far as its price to make up for that fundamentally. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, I think it's going to hit new highs depending on what the Sonic migration upgrade does. And I do believe that it can hit as high as, well, not only new highs, but I think that it can even potentially 10x from here. Now, a 10x from the current valuation would put it just under $20 billion market cap. Phantom overall has a good opportunity, because as far as future unlocks and dumping on you like a lot of the other blockchains might have with their investors and team, you're not going to necessarily see this with Phantom, right? It's been around for a long time. And so that's the beauty of it, is that it's more decentralized, and of course a lot of people own it, not just the team, and they don't have lockups that are going to dump on you. So that's the whole point of saying that. So yes, I think that this can hit around that number, potentially 20 billion, which would put the price about 2x of its last all-time high. So yeah, do I think that it can hit up here, at around 7 Dollars? Yeah, I certainly do. Now, what would that be actually? Well, if we were to go to $7, that's going to actually be a price increase, right, of around 8 to 900% from now. There's not very many crypto assets that are in the top 50-ish that are going to do 7, 800, 900%, okay, from current valuations. Bitcoin, love Bitcoin. We will talk about Bitcoin continuously on this channel. We are Bitcoin bulls here. And so do I think that it's going to do a 10x from here? No, certainly not. It's not going to hit $600,000 in 2025. There's just no way possible. It's had a lot of upside. Of course, it was down as low as $15,000 and hit over 70,000. Currently at 60 something thousand. And I think honestly, we'll be lucky to see $150,000 to $200,000 a cycle in 2025. If it even hits that high, speculation. But I don't think, while it can do a 2 to 3x, there's just no way that it's going to outperform Phantom, in my personal opinion. Not to hate on Solana. I've got a lot of Solana. I hold Ethereum. Ethereum, again, is one of those things that I won't get the chart out, but it's not going to increase by 10x, right? It's not going to go and hit $30,000 in 2025. Can it hit $5,000? Certainly. 2x, 3x, potentially, yes. But I don't foresee any type of fundamental catalyst that's going to be sending to 20K, 30K that's going to match, I think, the upside that something like Phantom has. So there you have it. I think overall, that's really what you need to know. I can drop some links below. But you can use stuff like the DeFi Llama dashboard. It's totally free. You can compare historically the TVL, the volume, the price, everything that's going on chain, whether it be Phantom, Solana, Avalanche. And as I said before, I utilize this just to show you kind of how things are. Now, of course, fundamentally something can do really well and not hit a specific price. Like, again, I think that's Phantom can hit similar volume eventually to Solana, but it doesn't mean it's going to hit a market cap of 100 billion like Solana is going to hit. But so I utilize these with the charts in order to try to figure out some type of price calculation. Of course, it's pure speculation. But when it comes to the top 50 to 100 crypto assets, I do think that this is one of the better ones. Now, naturally, there's going to be other ones that perform really well too, because you have meme coins like SHIB, Pepe, Dog with Hat. I mean, these types of Aves probably going to continue to do well, but the meme coins are going to continue to perform well as too. Do I think they're going to outperform Bitcoin? Yeah, certainly I do. So again, higher risk type of trades for sure when you get into these altcoins. But when you get in more of the top 50 to 100 altcoins, you're not going to have to worry about rug pulls. You're not going to have to worry about not having any liquidity or volume when it comes to buying these things. There's going to be plenty of opportunity for you to buy on different exchanges. And so I'm looking at Phantom as one of those coins that is a lot safer than most altcoins, but has a better potential to outperform relative compared to its cryptos that are similar in market cap, you could say. Okay, so with that said, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. Phantom will upgrade to Sonic here, I think, in December. And so currently at a price at around 70 cents. If you're watching this and it's 2025, probably still relative. Like I said, I do have price targets of new highs. Strategy is to buy this on dips and to have this be a big part of my portfolio because I am looking to make as much return as possible. And Phantom is going to be one of those coins that I think can hopefully make that happen. So with more videos and more on the crypto market, just make sure to subscribe below. We'll have more videos coming out in the coming days with the crypto market as we try to prepare for this upcoming bull market. With that said, I hope the video was helpful. I'll see you on the next video, guys.